Alright, so I'm going to do a quick white heroic deck tech as well. This is Adam doing his, and then me and Aaron are going to play against each other and see which one is more heroic, let's say. So I'll start with my lands here. Just 20 basic plains, nothing special. I probably could have tried to find something special, but I didn't think it was necessary. Alright, we'll start in this corner. We got Glimpse of the Sun God. It's a 1 mana spell and then X. Taps X target creatures and you scry 1. I like this card because not only can it tap my opponent's creatures so that I can get through with an army if I need to, but since it targets any creatures, I can target my own to activate Heroic if my opponent has nothing on the board that threatens me at the time.
That's a good idea.
I use that in the draft when I played too, so that's a card I like a lot. And then I got 4 favorite Hoplites in here. It's a simple 1-drop for a 1/2, which is already good, and then every time he gets targeted, he gets a 1/1 counter, and he can't take damage for that turn. So basically, he is just a really, really powerful 1-drop, and for the way this deck is set up with having a lot of target spells to activate Heroic, he's really strong. Then I got 2 Heliod's Emissary. This is essentially finisher card. It's not something that I really want to play unless I got no other options or I have a lot of extra mana left over, since its bestow cost is 7. But it's a 3/3 for a 3/3 creature that can tap another creature whenever it attacks, or you can bestow it and give +3/+3 and be able to tap a creature whenever it attacks. It's a really powerful creature, but it's not something that I really want to use. I'd rather just win early on. This is an aggressive deck. 3 Akroan Skyguards. 1/1 flyer for 2 is always very effective, and then when you have the heroic ability to give it 1/1 counters every time it gets targeted, that just makes it that much better. I got 2 Phalanx Leaders, 1/1 for 2 planes. Again, it's not terrible for a 1/1 for 2, not amazing, but then when you give heroic to it and you let it make everything else stronger, not just itself, it becomes a pretty great card. I'm using 2 Fabled Heroes. 2/2 Double Strike for 3 is really good. Heroic just makes it that much better. And this is pretty much only creatures that I've talked about so far, when 90% of the rest of the deck will be able to target all of these creatures. We'll go here with Gift of Immortality. I'm using 3 of them. For now, I might change that depending on how it goes. But it's a 3-drop that pretty much makes your creature undestroyable unless they can destroy it 2 times in 1 turn. When enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control, and return the Gift of Immortality to the battlefield attached to that creature at the beginning of your next end step. So essentially it can activate Heroic, and then it also keeps my creature from dying or making it a lot harder to be killed, since it has to die twice in 1 turn, or it just keeps coming back. We'll go Revoke Existence. I got 3 Revoke Existence, exile target artifact or enchantment. Really powerful card, especially since the gods are indestructible. Since this can take care of them, it's something I really want. And then there's a lot of powerful enchantments as well in this set, so it's good to have. We'll go over here. Dauntless Onslaught. Targets for heroic, but it can target 2 creatures, so that makes it even better. And it gives up to 2 target creatures +2/+2 for 3. So it's a basic battle trick, but with heroic it makes it a little bit more effective as well. Then we got Hopeful Eidolon, a 1/1 lifelink for 1, but it has bestow of 4, so I can give lifelink to a heroic creature, activating its heroic, giving it +1/+1, making it a little bit more effective, or if I have to, it's an early drop that has lifelink to help me get through the game in the beginning. And then I got Nyxborn Shieldmate. It's a 1/2 for 1, which is always good for an early blocker if I need it, but then its bestow only costs 3, so it's a pretty low cost heroic enabler, as well as giving +1/+2 to whatever I bestow it upon.
You know, I also liked Hero Virolis in this deck a lot.
Yeah, I only have 1, and I probably would have put a couple in here. It'd work really well with all the bestow creatures I have.
Yeah.
I have 2 Archetype of Courage, 2/2 for 3, that essentially has first strike by itself right away because of its ability, so it's a 2/2 that gives all creatures I control first strike for 3, which is really good. And then it also steals first strike from all my opponent's creatures. Creatures your opponents control lose first strike and can't have it. So they can't gain it at all no matter what. And first strike is just a nice battle trick all the time. We got 2 Divine Verdicts. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature. 1 plains, 3 generic or colorless. I was going to use this or the Exorate card. I figure a little removal is never a bad thing. It could easily be replaced by like the Hero of Iroas if you needed it. White doesn't need removal so much because it's so fast, but it's never a bad thing to have a little of.
True.
And then I have 3 Gods Willing. Really good heroic enabler. Lets me scry to try and let my get my deck where I need it to be. And it gives a creature protection from a color of my choice, so it could be a Final Blow card or, you know, something like that. And then 3 Ordeal of Heliod are the last cards here. And basically it's just a heroic enabler that also gives 1/1 counters every time I attack. And then at the end I gain 10 life, which isn't such a huge deal in this deck because I don't really care about life gain so much, but it's still 10 life, so it's not bad. And that's my heroic deck, and we are going to battle them and see which one works a little better than the other.